That is the sound of the jar of names, although this is the other jar because I thought it would be best to get some names out of this one because we have been using the jar of names for quite a while now, and I feel like we've been through all of them in the podcast, so this video is for everyone, including but not excluded to Horia. Right, back in the other jar of names you go then. So let me bring up some documents because I don't have any. But first things first, this is a Cup of Tea in a podcast. This is the cup of tea. And then this bit is, of course, the podcast. Funny how that works. Right. So, what's first on the list? If you want to skip to any of the events in this podcast, you can use my first comment, which will take you to the update, to the topic, to the... No, that's a different one. It can take you to the update, the book club, the question of the week, and goals. That's the first comment. And... where is it? Welcome to the end of November 2015. Tomorrow is December the 1st. How crazy is that? Anyway, let's go on to updates. So this week, as you might be able to tell from my voice, I have a cold. It's sort of just sprung on me. It's not very good. It's sort of going down now, so I think it's just like one of those quick ones, you know, the ones that don't really matter. So I think it's going soon, but it does mean some of this week's videos are affected by the cold. For example, this week, Harvest Moon Back to Nature is affected, but I think that's it actually, to be fair, and the podcast obviously. But there's going to be a few changes this week because of this cold thing, and because I've been a bit behind because I have had a cold. I'm going to change the rota for this week. Basically, Bioshock I recorded that on Thursday, and that will be uploaded on Monday and Tuesday this week instead of Harvest Moon on Monday. It's going to be Bioshock 1 and 2, episodes 1 and 2, no, episodes, whatever they are. It's going to be Bioshock for Monday and Tuesday this week, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will be Harvest Moon, because I haven't recorded the last 2 episodes because I thought, instead of rushing them out today, I'll do one today for Wednesday, and then Wednesday on Thursday I can record Thursdays and Fridays episodes, which mean I might be able to get them done with a better voice, without the cold affecting it. And obviously I haven't got time as well because I overslept because I was ill, so I thought better get some rest, otherwise I'll be collapsing due to illness. But yeah, that's the update. Topic of this week, let's talk about the episodes. I only got a few this week, but we'll talk about them anyway. Today, Monday, we have a Cup of Tea podcast. That's this one, episode 70, I might add. And then we've also got... it's called B Squad, so I thought I was going to say it was Harvest Moon, so there was an episode called that as well in Harvest Moon, but it's not. It's Bioshock, because the B Squad has returned in Bioshock. And then Tuesday... well, I say returned, I mean first time in Bioshock, second time in my channel lore. And then Tuesday we have the next episode of Bioshock, like I said, and this one's called Assault the Fort, which you can probably guess what location we're going to if you've played the game before or know about the game. And then Wednesday we've got Harvest Moon, the first one of the week, called Winter Crops. It's a bit of a misleading title because there are no winter crops, but we have crops in winter, hence the name. And then obviously Thursday and Friday we have no idea yet. I'm actually thinking of trying to do all the winter, the second year of winter, have all the titles related to something to winter. So I think the first one was a winter blanket, or the first one was something else as well. No, the first one was a winter blanket, so this one's winter crops. So I'm going to try and continue that trend, although we'll see how far that goes down the line. In fact, no, because my child will be born one day, and that will have a certain already set predetermined title. So apart from that one though, they're going to try and have a winter themed title. But that is it for this week, because I don't know about Thursday and Friday yet. Right, after that it is Book Club. Book Club still reading Sharpe's Trafalgar. It's the ship-based Sharpe's film book. Close. It's really good actually now. It's starting to get to like a ship battle. It hasn't happened yet, it's just setting up of the ship battle, but it's really good. Like, I don't like the fight chapters in the other Sharpe books. I think they're a bit subpar and the worst part of the books. But so far, this is pretty good. Because it's a ship battle, it explains all of the ship terminology and stuff like that, and how the ships work. Like, they have to get rid of all of the wood and stuff and take it down below the waterline. Like, the waterline as well. Obviously, you know what it is, but you don't know that's what it's called if you read the book, unless you know about that sort of ship terminology. Anyway, so it's really good. I'm really liking it for that sense there. It makes me think about pirates as well. Like, did pirates have to do all that stuff, or did they just fight anyway? Did they have to move all of the wooden structures before they go into a battle, or was it already moved? Or how does it work? All these different things, you know. It's the historical factor of it. But yeah, it's getting really good. We've seen historical characters such as Admiral Nelson, which is amazing. Because, apparently he had his arm was broken, according to this book. Broken? I say broken. It's ineffective. It doesn't work. But I'm not sure if that was true or not. I think I do remember seeing like statues and pictures of him. Obviously, it's his arm hanging against his chest, But I thought that was just his position, his posture, his pose. Look at that. Alliteration times 3. A triple and alliteration. Yes, I thought that was just his posture, but no, I think it actually had he had a disabled arm, should we say? Yes, but they said it in a book and I didn't know that, so it's quite interesting, really. But yes, that was a good book. I'm really enjoying it, and it's nearly finished. Right, what have we got? Next, we've got the community section, so let's go on, shall we? Mention Monday! These are the people that commented on last week's videos. So shall we get on with the name? We shall. Very well. So the first person on the list, the first person to comment, who is always the same person, the first person to comment recently, it is Horia, Nick Pro, Dragonlord 55511, Puppy Von Vathorse, Party Player, and Dr. Dragon. I'm not sure I've seen Dr. Dragon before, but that is an awesome name, especially with the Dragonlord 55511. It's like the Dragon the Dragon clan, so to speak. I said clan, but I regretted it instantly after. But yes, thanks for commenting. That's evidence I've got a cold. So thanks for commenting, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of the videos, and hopefully you'll comment next week as well. Right, so after that it is Q&A. It is Q&A, right. One question this week from my Lord of Dragons, Dragonlord 55511, who says, "Hello, Sir JD262. I have a question and a riddle for you. Question: I know Europeans don't celebrate Thanksgiving since it is an American holiday, but do people in Britain have something that is equivalent of Thanksgiving or something that is special?" Right, I'm not sure if we have something special. I think we do. I'm not sure if Americans celebrate. I don't think they do, actually. Well, first let's go through the other things first. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving. But I think some people do. It's more like oh yeah, we're so ethnic, culturally diverse that we celebrate this festival as well. But it's not really a very famous festival that people celebrate. So I understand what you're saying there. But something that we sort of have been acquiring over the years is Black Friday, which is linked to the Thanksgiving. We do actually celebrate that it's not celebrate, it's more of an event, but that does actually happen in the UK now, like especially with things like Asda, which is owned by the Walmart company, which is the American site anyway, and especially Amazon, obviously that gets affected we buy things from Amazon as well, so it gets affected that way. So that's something that's come from America that's sort of happening in the UK now, which is all sort of linked and sort of a little bit similar to your question. But the answer to answer your question is, I think Fireworks Night. I'm not sure if you have something equivalent to that. I think you have the 4th of July. I think that's the equivalent of it, but it's for different reasons why we celebrate that. The 4th of July, I guess, is your independence. That's why you celebrate it. But Fireworks Night, or Guy Fawkes Night, we call it, is basically, it's a day in November. I think it's the very beginning of November. Remember the 5th of November, the Gunpowder Treason plot. I can think of no reason why the Gunpowder Treason should ever be forgotten. Yeah, it's the 5th of November. I remember that little rhyme. This is basically where some guy tried to blow up Parliament. And then over the years, originally we celebrated it because he failed. I think now it's more likely... I don't know why we celebrate it now. I think it's more likely the spectacle of blowing up the fireworks. But I think we celebrate it now because it's more of a... I did see... I'm going to try and do a video for this on Cupboard Adventure because I saw this really cool quote. And it's saying like now it's more of a sort of freedom of speech sort of thing that we look at. Because obviously the Guy Fawkes mask, which people use online, especially... what's that... hacker group that's sort of declared war against ISIS. They use the Guy Fawkes mask in their videos, and that's obviously it's a sign of free will now. It's a symbol of free will. So that's I think why we celebrate that. It's more events like, we are the people. We tried to kill you because you didn't listen to us. Listen to us now, sort of thing. Now, that's I think the closest thing to Thanksgiving we have, even though it's more like your 4th of July. Anyway, I'm feeling very sort of professor-like today, yes, it's, of course, the spectrum of the analysis of the Guy Fawkes Day and the 4th of July is very similar, but obviously for very, very different reasons. Anyway, your riddle is, if I can find it... Here we go. You are my brother, but I'm not your brother. What am I? Hint, it is the name of a sibling that you call if it is not a male, and is your arch-rival in your sibling rivalry. A sister? You are my brother. But I'm not your brother. Yeah, sister then, yeah. Yeah, that's quite a cool one. Very topical. Very linked to my videos as well, the sibling rivalry. Right, okay, anyway, thank you for that, Model of Dragons. Part of the Dragon clan, of the commenters, of the team, should we say. What else we got? After, I don't know where I am, it is... Subscribers, right, so we have +1 from last week. We've gone up from 1,103 to 1,104. We have a slew of names this week. We have Adrian Castillo, William Gammon, Hypnosis Mushroom Master, Gianni S, and Patrick Salazar. Cool name. Right, so thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the team. And if you have a favourite type of dragon write it on a piece of card and send it via pigeon to my address. Right, and what's after this? Is it question? It says so on my computer, but does it say so on my list? It does say on my list. Last week's question was, what do you want for Christmas? No one answered. But this week's question is... that's not the question. Is, will you be going to watch Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, when it comes out? I will be. Will you? And then after that is something quite important this week, so it's got a sort of connecting topic that I want to talk about. It is this week's comment, which belongs to Nick Pro, who says, JD, you must see the customization of your settlements. It's amazing. I'm getting Fallout 4 in a week. Right, so I sort of saw your comment when you posted it, and then in between then and now, I sort of decided to watch the customization, not because of your comment. I just did it, off the top of my head. It must have been subconscious that I remembered your comment, but I didn't remember your comment, if that makes sense. But I watched it, and now I'm hooked. The customization Fallout is definitely something I'm really interested in. I can't wait to do a Let's Play of it, so I can do that sort of stuff. Like, I can make, Twin Tree... I think it's an island you can get, so I can make Twin Tree Island in it. I can make my own tower, so that when I can say, oh, back to the tower, and actually have a tower that I can actually go to. I've seen you can make stuff like that, so I'm actually really excited about that, and I can't wait to sort of make something to do with that. But yeah, that's why I want to talk about that, because the customization is amazing. I got hooked after watching videos about it, and I can't wait to play that game so I can show you my own towers and stuff like that, because I love that sort of stuff. Right. After that, I think we've done, isn't it? Yes. This week's goals then. So this week's goals was to update all of the details and the information and the logos for my videos, which I have missed for a few days. I have not done that yet, because I record this on Sunday. I am staying up quite late tonight because I'm allowed to, because I haven't got to get up too early. But I'm going to try and do it tonight. So hopefully by the time you see this episode, it will have happened. But we will find out if that actually happens or not. But that is the goal. I'm going to try and do it today. I want to. Because after I've done that, because I've pretty much schoolwork and everything, college work, I'm pretty much up to date. I've got to do a few more things left tonight, and then after that it's pretty simple and straightforward. So I should be able to create some stuff for next week. But this week's goal is not to create episodes for the Cupboard Adventure. It is to prepare myself to get ready for it, so that everything I need to have ready is done, so that I can just jump straight into it. Just sort of get myself under control after a hectic sort of term. I can sort of get my head down and get these things done, because I think from now on I've got 3 weeks left, so there's not going to be too much more work to do before the end of this term, before Christmas. So I think I'll be able to sort of concentrate now, because obviously I've got lots of big stuff done now. It's just I've got to do an evaluation by Wednesday, so that obviously won't really affect much. Then I've probably got to film 3 things and make 2 other things, and then I'm probably going to have to do another evaluation at the end of all that, and then that should be it. And that's for 3 weeks. Like, the last 3 things I've got to do in 3 weeks. That should be totally fine. And one of them I'm not doing the editing for. Someone else is doing that, so that means I don't have to concentrate on that. I mean, I'll probably have to do for the 2 things, I'll have to probably edit them, because that's more my style of what I can do. But I'll probably have to talk about this another day as well. But yeah, so it should all be fine. So that next week's goal is to just get myself prepared and get back on track, so that everything I need to do, I can do straight away. And then next week is probably going to be the goal of making some videos, because I should be on that sort of path of making stuff. Anyway, enough of this. I'm going to stop sort of talking like my professor sort of style. Professor JD. He's got some information for you. I'm going to stop talking that, and I'm going to move on. So, to the outro. Oh, yeah. All right, well, I'm going to finish this cup of tea, because I want to. And just like last week, I actually did finish a cup of tea, because it's been sitting there for about an hour. Anyway, yep, that's this week done then. Of course, this is the last episode of November. Tomorrow, next week, we will be going into December, which is the Christmas time. I would like to be able to do some Christmas sort of themes in the podcast, but because I'm so busy, it might not happen. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. But yeah, that is me done. I think it's time to say cheers for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed. And until the next time we meet, farewell. And it's of course time to end it on the topic of what film? Misa Jar Jar Binks. Misa the villain in episode 7. Yeah, not gonna happen.